Okay, here I want to look at relative and absolute references. So I've got some grade data, and I want to calculate the average score on homework 1. So I'll call the average function. And what do I want the average of? I want from B2 through B8. Okay, so that gives me that little range, and it highlights it for me, and I hit enter. Okay, great. And if I copy this and paste this over here, you can see I get a different value, and that's because it automatically updated it to refer to column C. It was like, oh, you don't want the average of column B anymore. You want the average of column C. And actually, I can take this equation and just drag it across, and then for each one, it updates it. So that's for E, and then here it's updated to add up column F. If instead, I always wanted to calculate in each of these little cells the average for column B, I could be like, oh, yo, just always use B. So here I would put a $sign in front of B and I would lock it. So now my equation has $signs in front of B. And when I drag it across, you'll see these are all the same value because each of the cells is adding up the values in column B. Each of the cells. So that's when I either directly copy and paste it across, or if I click on it and I drag it across. Okay, I think that's not maybe what I want here. So let's go back to where we were. I've got the relative versions. Now everybody gets their own value. Here, maybe I want to say, oh, the homework 1 average, and I want to be able to refer to that value. If I directly copy that equation from cell B9, so if I copy and paste that here, it's going to be wrong, right? Because it's using relative references, and like that's not what I want. Okay, so maybe that's helpful to see if like it was actually awesome that I could just take that equation right there and I could just drag it across to get all these because they were actually what I wanted. It always updated that column number so that I was adding up different homework score for each of these cells. When I copied that same equation into a different row and column, it also was relative, and so it added up essentially all the things in that column above, or really the 7 things, because that's how many things I said I wanted. And here, that's not what I want. If instead here, I had said, yo, lock it, I always want B2, I always want B8 here, then I'd be able to copy that cell and paste it here, and I would still be averaging B2 through B8. But if I copied this thing across, you could see that they would all end up being B2, B8. So that's probably not what I want there. If I unlock the column, so if I delete that $sign before the column, then I could drag these across and it would work. So you can see they each add up, the ones above them. It's most common where we are working with an equation where we want things to be relative, and then I can copy that across. If I click on the cell, it moves it over. Take these. And let me draw your attention to one thing. Is if I literally come in here and copy the text instead of copying the cell, then when I paste it here, I delete it and I literally copy the text, we get a different behavior than when I copy the cell and paste it in. So if I come in, take the text, go into a new cell, and paste the text of that equation, I get a different behavior. But it's nice when I have kind of a funky thing, it shows me inconsistent formula. So it's telling me like, yo, this one adds things above, this one adds things above, and this one does something different. So Excel tries to be really helpful where I might have made an error. And instead of copying the text, I can drag that across, or I can copy the cell. Maybe there's a total number of points possible. So here's my total points. And maybe the total number of points you can earn is 2.5. Here I could create the total by saying sum of B2 through, that'll get me that range. But if then I could copy that down. And as long as I copy that cell, it'll update all these references. So that'll sum up row 6. And that one sums up row 4. And that one oh wow, I screwed it up. And that one sums up row 5. If instead of the total, I want the percent, what I want to do is I want to divide that sum by the total points that are in H2. Okay, so I want to divide the sum of those cells in that range by the value in H2. But you can imagine if I copy that cell down, I get errors because it's no longer referencing the actual total points in column H, row 2, that value right there. And so we end up getting a divide by 0. To be able to copy it down, I need to say, lock the fact that I want row 2. And then when I copy and paste this down, it automatically updates it. So it's always referring to H2. But here I've only locked the row. So if I copied this cell somewhere else, the range here, because nothing was locked, would be shifted. And I would still refer to row 2, but I would refer to a different column. And that would be at the same relative location as the previous one did. So here you can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up and 1 to the right. And that's exactly what I had here, which was 5 up and 1 to the right. Okay, here's an example where normally you can only see a single equation at once in Excel. And so I sort of doctored these images. So say cell A1 refers to cell B3. So it refers to that cell. You can see it's highlighted in blue. If I take cell A1 and I copy it into all these other cells, it stays B3. The equation isn't changed because the column and the row are locked. What if I only lock the row? So I'm referring to B $3. When that equation is in cell A1, it refers to that cell there. No matter how I move it up or down, it always refers to row 3. But if I move it left to right, it's going to update to refer to the column to its right. So in column B, when I copy it there, it refers to column C. When I copy it into column D, it refers to column. Okay, so remember when we locked both, they just didn't change at all. When we locked the row never changed, but the column tried to have the same relative position. So it was, in this case, the column to the right. We can also lock the column. So here, no matter where I move that $B3, it always is referring to column B. When I copy it into column D, it refers to column E. Okay, so remember when we locked both, they just didn't change at all. When we locked the row never changed, but the column tried to have the same relative position. So it was, in this case, the column to the right. We can also lock the column. So here, no matter where I move that $B3, it always is referring to column B. Whereas when I lock the row,